Hi guys, welcome back to Renpet Bath Beauty. I apologize, I know I look like a bucket of hot mess today, but you know, we're keeping it 100 around here. I wanted to do this intro because there's several reasons for me to repeat this emulsified sugar scrub video. The first and foremost reason is because after I posted the video back in the summertime with our summer Solstice scents, I got a lot of feedback in the comments, and I also received several emails and Facebook direct messages, and I have either helped, am still helping, or trying to figure out stuff with some of you that have contacted me. And that's half the reason I'm on YouTube, is to be able to help other soap makers, whether you're new or experienced, it doesn't matter, because even experienced soap makers have serious frustrations when it comes to some formulations. I mean, I can't even tell you the kinds of frustrations that I have had with different products. As a matter of fact, it's going on 3 years and I still haven't perfected my lotion recipe, which I'm hoping to take you guys on a ride along for that this year. That's my business goal, is to perfect that. But anyway, this is about emulsified sugar scrub. But I want to present to you in a more complex and better way to, because the first video I just told you what I used. I didn't give you any parameters. I'm going to give you guys parameters to work within to come up with your own formulations. And, of course, because I'm giving you the parameters, I'm not going to give you my recipe. It is proprietary. I can't. But within those parameters, I want you guys to take away something very important from that. Not all of those parameters are set in stone. My recipe certainly isn't like somebody else's recipe or somebody else's recipe, go on and on and on. Different people like different properties from different oils and, the whole 9 yards. So I'm hoping to help to relieve some of the frustrations that some of you may be having, because frankly, sometimes to me when I'm working on new recipes and stuff, it feels like a waste of raw materials. And if I can help y'all by helping to set parameters in which to work in so you can create your own formula, let's do that, right? So that's why the intro, and I am going to go into detail. I'm going to go over each individual thing that I recommend, and the different things you can substitute, the different things you can and cannot use, or I'm not necessarily cannot use, because you could use whatever you wanted. It just depends on the properties that you want, but let's just say things I would never use. So hopefully it gives you guys better insight. But if you have any questions about anything we talk about in this video, I am always here. My email address is in the description box below. I always answer my emails. Those of you in the community who have emailed me, you know that I always do. And if you are new here because of this video, I hope you stick around, because we do some pretty great stuff here on this channel, and welcome. And for all of the Renpet family, I hope you guys have a great day and that this is helpful. So I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye. Hi guys, we are about ready to get started. We are gonna start by talking about sanitation. Sanitation is the most important factor in this whole process. Everything you use in this whole process needs to be wiped down with a 5% bleach solution and alcoholed with 99% alcohol. And in my case, that also includes my camera, my lights, and the whole shebang. Your canisters, any you know, pipette, the spoon you use for your color, everything needs to be alcoholed. Even my thermometer has been alcoholed. The glasses on my face have been alcoholed. So I'm going to link, because I'm a freak about sanitation. I'll spray my hands all the time throughout this video. You'll see. I'll link the video for the summer emulsified sugar scrub that I made down in the description box. But I want to concentrate what's in this bowl, okay? This is the stuff that we need to melt. Then the number one question that I get asked is, Sulin, do I have to use beeswax in my recipe? And the simple answer to that is absolutely not. You do not have to use beeswax. However, you do have to use a 5%, you know, however much you're making, 8 ounces, 6 ounces, although I would measure this in grams, mind you. However amount you're making, 5% of that needs to be a wax. It can be beeswax, it can be Candelilla wax. I actually have a vegan customer that I bought and used Candelilla wax for. You can also use soy wax. Now, I have never experimented with the soy wax, so I can't tell you how that feels on the skin. I ordinarily buy my beeswax from a local beekeeper at the farmer's market, but he didn't have any this year. I get my honey and my bee pollen from him as well. Now, the second thing is stearic acid. Now, you don't have to necessarily have stearic acid in your recipe. The thing that stearic acid does the most for in your recipe is it helps that beeswax stiffen up your emulsified sugar scrub. So that way it's actually scoopable and not runny. Now your e-wax is optional. Okay, it's not optional. You have to have it, otherwise your oils and your butters won't mix with the water to give the lotion effect. But it's optional what kind of e-wax you use. You could use BTMS 50, you could use, you know, the e-wax, the soft and silky kind. You could use I use emulsifying wax NF, so, but you need 10% e-wax. Now, you need 15% of your recipe to be butters. It could be cocoa butter, shea butter, mango butter, kokum butter, you know, whatever. I use mango butter and shea butter, and it could be just one oil. If you just wanted to use cocoa butter, you could absolutely use cocoa butter as long as it was in that 15%. So what I have to do now is I have to put this on my double boiler, and I have to get this to melt, and we will come back. So let me get this all melted up. I like to get it up to about 175 degrees. So we'll do that. Okay, we are at 178 degrees. Okay, now our next, let me put my glasses back on my face, which means I have to spray again. Okay, the next thing that needs to be added to this are our liquid oils. Now, our liquid oils should make up about 60% of our mixture. Now, with liquid oils, I would stick to the lighter oils. Me personally, I would never use olive oil. I would never use fractionated coconut oil. I wouldn't use those heavier oils. I would stick to a sweet almond, sunflower, you know, that kind of thing. The heaviest oil I go to is avocado. So I use avocado, grapeseed, and sunflower. And when you pour your liquid oils in here, do it slowly, because these are room temperature, and what's going to happen is you're going to see this get cloudy because the stearic acid is going to want to separate from the rest of your mixture. It kind of gets, you know, clumped up sometimes if you put it in too fast. So we want to temper, so to speak, you know, these liquid oils, bring them up to the hard oils and bring the hard oils down to it, if that makes sense. So yeah, but I would stick to the lighter oils. It would make your life a lot easier, and it also won't leave a big grease puddle at the bottom of your customer's shower and or a ring around their tub. Because ew, that would be gross. Now can you see the little clumpies I have in there? Just keep stirring it, and they'll keep melting back down. We are at 124. Okay. Oh, and yeah, I did say it was 60% of soft oils. Now, preservative. While this product is only oils and butters, it does need a preservative because this product is coming into contact with water when your customer takes it into the shower or bath, and they will stick wet fingers in it to get it to come out. I know I do every day. So you want to use a broad spectrum antibiotic. And people, vitamin E is not a preservative. Just throw that out there. Just want to throw that out there. So I use Dermaben 2. Now I understand that Dermaben 2, I could add it right now if I wanted to. But it is my personal preference to have it closer to 100 degrees before I add my preservative. Like I said, it's my personal preference. I want to make sure that it gets dispersed really well and that kind of thing. And again, at the expense of repeating myself, any questions you may have, please let me know. And your preservative will be added at 1%, as well as your fragrance will be added at 1%. So just got to let this cool down. We're almost there. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I'm missing that I need to tell you. When we're done making it, I'll go back over the formula like in order, so you guys, or the basic thing that you can follow to create your own recipe. The criteria, so to speak. So, let's see. Almost there. Okay, good enough. 101. That's good enough. Okay, so preservative. I know you can't see there's anything in there, but there is. I like to pour, when I pour my preservative, I like to put an extra gram in there because I can never get this all out. Like, ever. Can never, ever get it all out of here. So, I just put it in there so I know I have enough. Okay. Now, this is something you're going to want to stir and stir and stir and stir and stir. And when you think it's stirred in, stir it some more. It's very important that this, scrape your sides. It's very important that this gets well incorporated. So that way it doesn't go icky, because, you can't always see the bacteria and all that good stuff, and definitely don't want it to go icky, especially on one of your customers. That would be absolutely horrible. So now let's talk about sugar for a second, because sugar is our next step. I get asked quite a bit if you can use brown sugar. Well, of course you can. It's sugar. You can actually even make this an emulsified salt scrub if you wanted to, but I wouldn't recommend using it if you had cuts. But with anything that is chocolate scented, I always use brown sugar. I just think it's fitting. Or any kind of like cookie kind of fragrance. Chocolate and cookie fragrances I use brown sugar. You can use organic cane sugar. In this one I'm just using regular granulated sugar. So, okay, let's see where we're at. Woohoo, we can add our sugar. Now, we're going to add our sugar just a little bit at a time. And don't worry about those clumps. Those are going to be stirred out. Because I like to just sort of smush it. And I keep a towel underneath my bowl no matter what size batch I'm working with. You'll see, if you watch that other video that I made in the summertime, there's a towel under that big huge bowl. I do that because when I take my, this bowl, or a lot of times I'll do it in the bowl to my KitchenAid. I'll take it off the double boiler, and there's water on the bottom of that bowl, so you want it from the steam, so you want to make sure that that gets taken care of. I'm going to break that sugar clump up. That was a really big one. You can strain your sugar if you want to. I don't tend to, just because you're going to mix it so much anyway. And when I'm done doing this, like tomorrow, I made some of this for myself and for a customer last night. Not the same scent. This is going to be made in lavender, but I made mine in the coconut shea. Granted, I didn't color mine. I did color my customers because it's going along with the foot polish I make. She likes to buy them together. And, but I will show you the consistency in case, you're new and you didn't get to see, or even if you're not new and you didn't get to see the video that I showed you, the consistency that this turns out to be when it's set up. Okay, now we are going to add our color, which of course is going to be a light purple. So we're only going to add a little bit of this amethyst purple. I'm going to try not to get it gray. I'm going to leave the spoon out and that open, and I am going to add my fragrance. And fragrance is at 1%. I need one more mil. Just one more. Okay. Let me put my fragrance cap on there. Okay. Oh, look at that. It's purple. Woo, almost lost it there, guys. I think I wanted a little more purple than that. Just a little bit. Because that's sort of like a gray purple. Alright. Shut that. Now that's better. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I am going to transfer this mixture into this cup, so it'll be easier for me to pour into my containers. I use 8-ounce containers, and they hold 10 ounces each of this. Sorry, I'm concentrating. Okay. Ugh. I'm making this lavender one with one of my favorite customers in mind. This still has alcohol in it. Well, it'll work. Because, well, we do need the alcohol, don't we? Do I need to back you guys up? No. Oh, you guys are good. So we're going to fill them up. Ooh. And fill this one up. Now, you do not want to cap these until they are room temperature, because you don't want any moisture to build up underneath the cap, because moisture is a breeding ground for bacteria. So, and one of the other things I do, I have what are they called? They go on top of your canister, and then you put the lid on and it seals it, so your customer knows that the product isn't open. I guess it's just a seal, but I do seal these. I alcohol those right before I put them on, and I also shrink wrap my cap on this product, so that way customer knows it hasn't been tampered with at all. And again, like I said, I will at the end of this show you how it all sets up. Now, let's go over the baseline stuff for you to play with. So you need 15% solid butters. You need 60% liquid oils, 10% e-wax, 8% stearic acid, 5% of the wax of your choice, as in beeswax, candelia wax, soy wax. You can experiment with all three if you feel like it. You need 1% preservative, and you can go with your I recommend just using 1% fragrance oil, but you can go with your skin safe, with your manufacturer's recommendation. But 1% is usually plenty, trust me. This is plenty fragrant. I can smell it from right there. But yeah, if you guys have any, and I used sugar. Oh, we totally forgot we skipped over that part about sugar. How much sugar to add. With an emulsified sugar scrub, just like a foaming sugar scrub, you can add what consistency you like. Anywhere from a 1-to-1 ratio of sugar to oils, or all the way up to a 2-to-1 ratio of sugar to oils if you like it really thick. The 1-to-1 if you like it on the thinner side. I like it. My Goldilocks spot is right there in the middle. So it's 8 ounces of oils and butters and stuff, and I use 12 ounces of sugar. So it's 150% is what I use. I just find that that's the best texture, and I've never had a complaint about the texture. So that's it, 12 ounces of sugar, and you can color it, and there you go. So, but just make sure that you absolutely keep sanitary conditions. It's very, very important. So any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments or email me. The other thing I thought about while I was waiting for this stuff to melt is you guys could actually call our business line. So I'm gonna leave our business number. I'm usually the one that answers the phone when I'm here if I'm not making soap or whatever. You can always leave a message, say, hey, I'm a subscriber, I have a question about this, whatever, and I'll call you back. So you guys have a great rest of your week, and I will see you on Friday. Bye-bye. Okay, guys, we're here to show the consistency of the emulsified sugar scrub. So this one I made, I actually made this with you guys, but my camera died, so I didn't have all the footage. So I remade it with the lavender. This is my coconut shea. Let me pull it out and show you the consistency. See, it's solid, but not solid. So I'm gonna use it on my hands. Oh, I love the way it feels. It's awesome. And it helps to keep all of that moisture. Let me wash the sugar off. It helps to keep all of that moisture on there. See how it's, when I put it on my hand, it's just sort of beading up and running off. And when you use this sugar scrub like on your body and stuff, I would suggest just patting dry, like, you know, patting dry, that way that moisture stays in rather than wiping it. And then I have this beautiful, beautiful soft skin. I don't know if you noticed, my hands looked like old lady hands before I put it on. So yeah, that's it. And I hope that this video helps you guys with creating your own formulas for your own emulsified sugar scrub, and I will see you guys later. Bye bye.